So, as every gamer knows, there's only 5 different themes that a game developer can choose from when creating a level. You got your basic grassland, you got your fire level, you got your underwater theme, you got your poop worlds, and finally, you have what might be my absolute favorite of them all, the snow world. And there is one snow world in particular that stands out above the rest. An ultimate authority on all things cold. A true king in the north, you might say. Brr, button up your jacket, because today we're reviewing Freezeezy Peak, baby! Okay. I'll just come out and say it. I think Freezeezy Peak is the best level in Banjo Kazooie. Maybe in the franchise. All you Mumbo's Mountain lovers out there, take note. Because this is what a real level looks like. I'm kidding, there's no such thing as a Mumbo's Mountain lover, let's be honest. So, Freezeezy Peak has that classic Banjo level design, where the level itself revolves around an important central object. In Freezeezy Peak, it's the snowman. But this trope is used in a number of different levels, such as the tree in TikTok Woods, the mountain in Pterodactyland, or the tent in Witchy World. They are all very similar in design, only difference is, 3 of these levels are actually good, and 1 is not. Anyways, like I said, the snowman is the centerpiece of the level. And this ain't no Mario 64 little baby snowman. This is Banjo Kazooie Big Papa Snowman. This thing is honestly huge. It takes a good 30 seconds to even scale this bad boy. And can we just take a minute to appreciate how fucking creative it is to use the scarf as a means of scaling the snowman? It's 2021, and going up this thing still gets me excited. Rare actually managed to use every part of a traditional snowman in such an interesting way. Like, placing this well-hidden Jiggy in his pipe. Or using the other section of the scarf as a ramp for the sleigh. Or the battle arena that takes place on his hat. Or even the buttons on his belly. Almost every part of the snowman is used in some unique and creative way, which makes exploring it, dare I say, snow cool. Okay, that's enough about the snowman. Let's talk about some other parts of the level, like the Christmas tree for example. The Christmas tree is life-changing. You will complete this Jiggy and walk away a different man. Games will never look the same to you again. Okay, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but still, this Jiggy's really fun. It starts off by you escorting these Christmas lights called Twinklies past the Twink Munchers. Twinkly Munchers. Those are 2 very different things. You do this by attacking the Twinkly Munchers, which will cause them to go back in their holes, allowing the little lights to hop on by. Even letting one Twinkly die on their pilgrimage to the Christmas tree fucks my shit up. It elicits the same feeling as watching one of your Pikmin die and seeing that little ghost raise up. Or finishing off the day and getting back to your ship only to see 1 dot on your minimap, realizing you can't get to the Pikmin on time. So, you'll have to watch as the nocturnal creatures of the forest tear it limb from limb before your very eyes, while it looks at you with a face that says, "Father, why have you forsaken me?" Point is, I like Twinklies. So, once you get them to the tree, a switch pops out in the back. Hit the switch, fly through the star 3 times, and then grab your Jiggy up in the tree. It's challenging, creative, and most importantly, it has Twinklies. Honestly, just an A+ Jiggy. Another great Jiggy in the level is the walrus race against Boggy the bear. We haven't even talked about this dumb bitch yet. But just wait. I have some things to say about old Boggy boy. Regardless of how much Boggy sucks, this race is still great. You have to pass through these flags in a specific order, as well as beating old Boggy bitch tits to the finish line. My favorite part about this race is once you beat Boggy as the walrus, you have to beat him again as Banjo. But since Banjo is bordering on the line of morbid obesity, you have no chance. You actually have to come back to the level once you've unlocked the turbo trainers and race Boggy again. But this time, you got your Nikes on. I believe this is the only time in Banjo Kazooie where you have to do something like this, and it's a shame. Okay, I have a confession. I'm one of those weird people that love going back to previous worlds with new abilities to see what I can unlock. I'm also one of those weird people that prefer Banjo-Tooie over Kazooie. I know. It's a cross I have to bear. Okay, so let's talk about old Boggy boy for a second. This bear is such a piece of trash. He is the deadbeat dad of the Banjo Kazooie universe. When you enter the igloo where his children reside, they tell you that their dad Boggy went out to grab them presents, but he never came back. You automatically think that something horrible has happened to poor Boggy. But nope, he's just a dumb bitch. He was out looking for presents and came across a shiny object, which he then decided to eat. So basically, he has the intelligence of my 10-month-old son. This isn't even the worst part. I can forgive stupidity. What I can't forgive is child abuse. So, even after you save Boggy from himself, instead of going back to the igloo to tend to his distraught children, he channels his inner MJ, says fuck them kids, and grabs his sleigh. So then, you're stuck delivering presents for him. He's honestly the one black spot in this otherwise perfect world. He's basically the equivalent of a shit stain in your favorite pair of underwear. So, the last thing I want to quickly touch on is a little something called The Legend of the Ice Key. Everyone who played this level as a kid remembers going into this cave and seeing the spinning ice key through a frozen wall, with no actual way to get it, because there isn't a way to get it. The key was inaccessible in Banjo Kazooie. Now, there was actually a feature called Stoop and Scoop that involved the player having to stoop down and scoop the Banjo Kazooie cartridge out of the N64 while quickly swapping it with the Tooie cartridge. This would allow the player to use the ice key that was collected in the first game in Banjo-Tooie. The idea was unfortunately scrapped because of the rise in obesity rates in America, especially in gamers. Rare was worried that their overweight fanbase wouldn't be able to stoop down that low to swap out the games. But regardless, the legend of the ice key remained, and it is a big reason why Freezeezy Peak is such a legendary level. When I say Freezeezy Peak is a legendary level, I'm not using any hyperbole. This level may be the best level in a franchise that is known for having extraordinary levels. Levels like Treasure Trove Cove, TikTok Wood, Witchy World, and Jolly Roger's Lagoon. All amazing worlds in their own right, but Freezeezy Peak stands alone. It's one of those rare levels that sticks with you years after playing it. A rare level that turns back the clock and makes you feel like a kid again. If you can't tell by now, this level holds a very special place in my heart. It is one of the main reasons I fell in love with gaming all those years ago. And for that, I can't give it anything less than an S.